across the street in front of Varial, because on the one side there's opening for the handicapped car, other side there's none. And nobody realized it for over 40 years. So what can you do about it? So, okay, let me think about it. And I went to my transportation committee, I told them what it is, and the parent came in, I told the parent, hey, you come to the meeting for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes or so. He came and showed up, and the transportation committee took care of it and put it up there, and he got the cut ramp. So he was so happy. For 40 years, nobody realized that, oh, there's no ramp, nothing. But his one parent, he needed that. He didn't know where to go. So that's the kind of thing I'm involved in, getting the help where it's needed. So that's my story. Thank you.
There, I'm Darlene Brothers, Wageman. Again, thanks for staying tonight. I know you guys are really care about your community, tired. And as far as Measure S, I'm against. As far as open space, I'm very for, and also the wildlife corridors need a connection for the open spaces, so that you don't have the animals inbreeding or getting hit by cars by trying to get to spread the territory so they don't inbreed. And as far as Alicia Canyon, I know there's one person that benefited, that's my husband, because in November before it was released, I lost my voice for 3 months. Didn't know what it was, took every antibiotic there was, and then it was finally released, and I moved my horse out of the area in Rinaldi, where he was, and got my voice back. And as far as, what was, I don't know, some of the other ones, the Chatsworth Nature Preserve, I'm all for that. We're, like Dean said, we're volunteering on the 3rd of April for open house. Is there second? Second. And it doesn't need to dry out because there are some invasive species. Again, invasive turtles. So the natural turtles that we have, they can deal with it when it drains, but the invasive species, if it does rain, we'll get rid of them. So just have to let God do his thing with that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think everything's been answered tonight, but 100% want to keep open space. 100% I'm with Gus. I would love to take a walk and have good coffee, a good meal, and spend my time in Chatsworth, which I already do. Instead of going home and enjoying that at home, sometimes I like to go out. So, voting on Tuesday the 7th, I will get a chance one day to read a little book they sent me, and I will be voting. I haven't made an educated decision quite yet on which way I want to go. And that's the same with Elise, so I haven't done enough research, or, you know, I've seen the posts and comments, and I wasn't personally affected, but I would have to make an educated decision and read more and do some more research and stuff before I make a decision on that.
I want to know more about those invasive turtles. They just sound so scary. Never heard of an invasive turtle. Obviously, I think across the board, we're for open spaces. This is a different community than anywhere else in LA, as far as I know, and we want to keep it that way. We want to be able to go hiking and go to the preserve, or the reserve, and preserves, to get preserves. I think across, it is a preserve? I did say it right the first time? Okay. I think we're all in agreement on that. I'm with Ann. I need more research on the gas facilities. My concern is if there are leaks coming because the facilities are old, who's to say more aren't coming? So that is an obvious concern. And Measure S, they always write these things so you're so confused you don't know what you're saying, if you're saying yes or you're no. From what I've read, I think I'm a yes. I need to do more research, but I believe a yes vote slows down the developers. It doesn't. They have to go through, I think, a 2-year wait. Again, I need to read more about it, but obviously developing, there's more concerns parking and where we're going to put all these people. So I'm definitely against development around here, other than current buildings that we can reuse for coffee shops and restaurants. And I'd love to see a little western area, you know, that is our area. That's what we are. So that I would like that to represent us.
Michael Harris again.
He should say yes. He should say no.
Measure S. will absolutely be a disaster for Los Angeles. I would urge each and every one of you to find Sunday's Los Angeles Times in the editorial section and read the article, quote, "The Man Behind S." It's truthful. It's who's put up over $4 million, who's written a measure, and what it's really all about. There's a lot of propaganda out there, and it would be disastrous. Everybody loves open space. Everybody loves the reservoir. Measure S doesn't really have anything to do with it. Today, the Los Angeles City Council held a special hearing, about neighborhood conservations. The changes in R1 zoning, RA zoning, RE zoning, baseline mansionization. The things that we can do as a community in Chatsworth to protect our equine and our large lots is to get involved in the updating of the community plan and protect those designations and limit the zones for larger lots. That's the answer, but we gotta work together as a community to get there. The other side of the coin is the landowners that have property rights that may not want to participate.
Thank you, Michael. Let's give a big hand to all the candidates. Thank you all very much. I want to thank Paul for being timekeeper for all this. It's up to you candidates to get the word out to your constituents, to turn out to vote, and everyone here to be sure and vote. Saturday, on March 18th, 10 to 5 at the Chatsworth Train Depot. Judy Daniels said it very well at the Chatsworth Community Coordinating Council on Monday, that the politicians really look at the participation of each of the 96 neighbor councils, how many people actually show up and participate in this process. And over the years, 2 years ago, there were almost 1,000 voters in Chatsworth. Last time there was approaching 400. So it's up to you and you to determine how many it is for this time. But I do know that the more that we can get, and will put Chatsworth more on the map as far as the politicians knowing that the folks are engaged and watching what's going on in the community. So thank you all very much. And Andre, I know you've got some.
Thank you, Glenn. Before we leave, and I'd like to thank all the candidates, if you can just give me a couple of minutes, we have some business. But we've got 3 people here. Marty Wall. Marty, if you can hold your hand up. Bob, you can hold your hand up. And Judy, if you can stand up. There's 3 ex-presidents here. Marty, 13 years ago? 12? Right? Marty was actually our founding president. Somewhere in between was Bob, and then Judy and myself. Okay, if we can, everybody has read. Do we still have a full council here? Okay, the minutes. Can we go ahead and get the minutes accepted? Okay, all those. Well, we do. Okay, all those in favor, if I can get everybody from the neighborhood council, not to leave yet. Dane and the minutes. Okay, if I can get everybody that wants to accept the minutes, please raise your hands. All those against? Any abstentions? Okay, you weren't here. Okay, 1 abstention. The only other thing, and again I thank you, is the public comments. Mark, are you still here? Okay, he left.